Glock in the back of the bitch. Gon' pop in the snatch.
Stop,
Hey,
drop the beat.
I got a Glock in the back of the bitch. Gon' pop in the snatch. If I ever see me a rat, yeah, I'm trying to get to the rack, so I don't got time for the chat.
What's up, guys? We're back with another video. Sorry for the not uploading. I've been grounded for a whole month for not going to a study session. Very sorry. But today we're going to be talking about the new Avengers Endgame movie. We got my boy Jamil.
Gang.
Say hello.
Gang.
Okay. So the movie was 3 hours.
3 hours.
But it felt like it was short,
felt
a
like
lot shorter than that.
Felt like an hour and a half.
I saw the movie twice. One on Thursday and then one on Sunday.
I would too if I could, to be honest. But first, before anything else, spoilers.
Oh yeah, there's definitely spoilers in this video. So if you
Super
haven't seen it, do not watch this video.
Like the whole thing. The whole thing is spoilers.
Yeah,
Everything.
we're about to just go through the whole movie and just talk about it.
Wait, one more thing.
One more thing.
I gotta applaud for Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, the man's
You
a
know?
beast. The man is a
He's
beast.
a dude. He's that guy.
He is a beast. He's probably one of my favorite actors ever.
Probably top 5.
Because I definitely grew up watching him on the big screen.
Yeah.
So the movie starts off very depressingly.
Very depressing. As soon as I saw Hawkeye.
Yeah, you already knew they were about to die.
I just knew it. Like, you just felt it in your heart. Like,
Yeah.
it was.
It was so bad
It
how
was
it
terrible.
happened. It was really sad. I'm not a big Hawkeye fan. Who is really?
Hawkeye.
Let's be honest. Who's really a Hawkeye fan? But did you notice how he was talking to his little daughter and he said, "You're a Hawkeye now." And like they never really called Hawkeye. They called him Barton, Agent Barton. It's like that's really huge.
Or they called him Clint.
Yeah, or they called him Clint. So that's like huge in the movie to call him Hawkeye. Well, her
Right before she dies.
right before everyone dies.
Jesus Christ. Then we go from that depressing scene to a little bit less depressor with fucking Stark and Nebula on the shit.
You see, everybody was like talking about how one of the main characters was gonna die. So I thought Tony was about to die in the first scene.
Yeah, for real. They're playing football and it's all cool. They got music going and stuff from the Guardians of the Galaxy playlist probably.
Yeah, of course.
And then we see Tony Stark has like literal bones, like he hasn't eaten.
Oh yeah, he's super skinny. Like he doesn't have any sort of muscle. I found it really cool how he was like they're so smart. Him and Nebula, like they found a way to reverse like the ions that he said to like make the plane, well not plane, to make the spaceship go for like 42 more hours. That's genius.
Yeah.
And then like he fell asleep, and then like because he was expecting to die.
Right after he, said his last words to his wife.
Yeah, and like she sat him in the chair. Not that he died then. But yeah, that was good. And then Tony Stark became a complete douchebag to everyone.
Yeah. I really thought at that point like he was going like senile, like it was over for him. His brain was gone. So
And then you have depressed Thor in the background.
just chilling.
He's just depressed.
Somehow they found a way to read like the signature from like the power from the glove or something.
No, they already knew he was there because Nebula was like, I know where things are gonna be. He always talked about this.
But that was after they found like the signature, and she was
yeah.
like, we don't know this planet, and she was like, I know exactly where it is.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool, and that was pretty cool. How she was like, you didn't have me. They go there. She completely just gets him into a chokehold,
That was crazy.
a straight chokehold, and then
She was beasting his shit for a second, like
for real, she comes in just bam.
straight through the thing. I thought they were gonna take like a tactical approach or something. They went through
Yeah.
the front door.
I think it would have been a lot harder fight if Thanos had another arm
Yeah,
and stones, but he didn't.
that was crazy. She held his arm down and they chopped it off. Like as soon as like they saw him, it was done for.
Yeah, and I like how all that went down, and then Thor chopperoo.
Yeah, just went for the head.
He literally said, "I went for the head." That was actually I laughed.
I didn't laugh, but I was like, yo.
I laughed just a little because that was kind of like a little joke.
I was really like, nah, this can't be exactly how it goes. Like this.
I know. I was like, what are they gonna do now?
Yeah.
Because like the movie, like it started off so fast.
That was literally all of this happened in like the span of like 10 minutes.
It was literally 10 minutes. They killed Thanos, and you're just like, what?
It's like, all right, cool. So.
Well, now, what a cool line was when Thanos, right before he dies, he goes, "I am inevitable."
Yeah.
That was some hard shit.
That made me mad, low key.
Yeah, it made me mad too.
All right, cool.
But he is.
Just goes to black screen and we see 5 years later come up.
And all the dark shit happens.
Exactly. Like, the city is messed up. Like,
Oh, one of the directors, Joe Russo, made an appearance.
yeah.
As the first openly gay character in Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Clap it up.
Clap it up for Marvel.
Good job, dog. You gotta plug that in.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta say that. Oh, did you know that another person at that table, well, not table, but circle, he was like the bald guy with a beard, that was the creator of Thanos.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I watched that video.
Yeah, he was the creator of Thanos. That.
I'm just thinking of some bald dude with a nut chin.
Yeah.
With a glove.
Who thinks he's a hero.
Right. Killing everything.
Who's purple. And you go to 5 years later, and that's when Ant-Man comes in to play.
Right. Out of nowhere, he's just like there's a rat. Like they put this time machine in storage. Like they used
It was
in,
the
Ant-Man,
van. It was the van.
The van that they used in Ant-Man 2.
Yeah.
And they put it in storage because it was 5 years, so they had to put it somewhere.
And they thought he was missing, so you can't really give it to
Yeah,
the
they thought he
owner.
was dead. Cause
Yeah.
they put it on the
plaque.
the memorial.
Yeah.
So somehow, like, a rat gets into the truck and then turns on the time machine and he comes out. So he gets out. He's
Super confused.
confused as shit. He's looking at everything like, what the hell?
Everybody's missing. Every house is just full of plants, like no garden work at all. See, that was pretty. I like that whole little storyline there. And then Captain America, he was still trying to be positive. Kept looking at Peggy.
Yeah, all the time. That same picture that hasn't corroded in 70 years.
Somehow. Out of all the shit he's gone through.
Right.
And then Ant-Man gets to that Avengers headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when the plot starts to thicken.
Right. He starts to tell him about the
Quantum
quantum realm.
Yeah.
And about how he was in there for 5 hours when it was actually
5
years.
They went to Tony's house. Talk to him.
Yeah.
And this is when we get introduced to Morgan.
But, so he was out. They went back to get Hulk.
Because he was the next smartest person.
Right.
Even though, they found him at some restaurant working. And
Was he working or was he just eating?
I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe eating. But the plot twist was he became Smart Hulk.
Yeah, Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk. And so now he's just all in his Hulk body, but with Bruce Banner's mind. And so they bring it back to Tony. And, you know, Tony just the mastermind. Like, he can't stop thinking about this. Like, this is like what's on his mind. And, you know, he makes a time machine.
Somehow, he called it a time navigation system or something like
A GPS,
that.
GPS.
Time GPS.
He made that, and he made also the way to get in there.
Right.
And so, yeah, he
Helped the team. Eventually, he brought Cap's shield back, which
was
big.
that was huge. I think that's when they started to
the bond got.
the bond got a lot better.
Yeah.
I forgot he had the shield. To be honest,
Me too. I didn't even think he still had it.
Yeah, that was. Oh, let's talk about the drifting he was doing with the Audi coming in.
Oh
He
my
was
god,
drifting.
he was whipping that shit. I was like, yo,
Yeah,
music video stuff.
for real.
But
So yeah, he brought the shield back perfectly clean.
So Tony's there now. Everything's moving smoothly.
And so then Tony's like, we gotta get the team back together.
Yeah, oh no, they plan out who's gonna go get what stone at what time.
And then luckily they thought about how 3 was in New York at one time.
Right. I mean, I probably would have had to think about that too, because I don't know how they figured it out, because like they only had like 2.
They had 2, and then they thought about Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah.
But like they didn't know about the Great One. Is that her name?
The something one, I can't remember.
Yeah, the Almighty One, whatever. I don't know. But she's a beast wizard basically.
Right.
And so they all split up. And let's say like the main storyline of this was probably the New York scene.
That was like the funnest part of the movie.
That's what I love that part.
Yeah, when they went back into like different movies.
Yeah.
Like they one group went, like Thor and Rocket went to Thor 2.
It was Dark World.
Thor 2. All right.
Let's just call it Thor 2.
It doesn't deserve a name.
That's a shitty movie. But, you know, they went to a time where he could talk to his mother, which is a huge scene.
They definitely needed that.
And
because he was being a bitch.
Wait a second, we forgot to talk about this. Fat Thor.
Oh yeah, so they go to recruit Thor, and he's in like some hut with Cord and the Bug Thing playing Fortnite, yelling at some kid named
Noob Lover.
Noob Lover.
He said, "Listen here, buddy. This is Thor, the god of thunder. I will
He was
rip off your arms
he
and
was
shove
digging
it."
into it.
He was pissed.
He said he was talking about his mom or something.
Talking about his dad.
His dad.
Go karate, your little daddy.
Dude got a beer gut.
Yeah, he
No,
was
it was-
super
That's
fat.
disgusting.
Yeah, so
I really hated that though.
I hated Fat Thor. I'm sorry.
That's just sucked.
Marvel Studios, Disney. Fat Thor sucked.
Like, it was cool. I'd never thought in like a million years they would let that happen.
Oh yeah, I thought if anyone got fat, it would have been someone who didn't have powers.
Yeah.
Not a god of thunder.
Like Rhodey. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so they recruit Thor and then they get into their groups and they go back into the past.
Let's just talk about, we're already on the subject, Thor and Rocket's little mission. They went to go get the reality liquid, basically.
The ether.
The ether from Jane. Because you remember in the movie, the shitty movie, where she got, like, sucked in from the reality stone and basically died.
We want to forget it.
Yeah, but you know y'all don't want me to talk about that movie.
The only thing good from that movie was the stone,
And the mother dying. That was huge.
I guess.
And so, Thor, he's Fat Thor, he's scared as shit.
He's
Like,
scary as hell.
Rocket was about to go, and he was like, "You're coming, Thor?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got this. And then, like, he's thinking about the wine cellar the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Fucking
he's
alcoholic.
tripping.
And so, he eventually, he doesn't go. He really doesn't go with
Yeah,
Rocket.
he turns around and he goes talk to his mom.
His mom found him.
Yeah, he bumps into his mom.
And she was like, "Why is your eye like that?" And he was like, "Oh, you remember the battle, do."
Yeah.
And she was like, "You can't fool me."
She said she was raised by witches. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And she was like, "You can't fool me. You're from the future." And he's like, "No." And then he started crying. And he's like, "I'm totally from the future." That
Bro,
was funny.
Thor is just a big bitch now.
Yeah, he really is.
It's crazy.
And so they got the ether and they went back.
Mjolnir before he left.
Yeah, he got Mjolnir, thankfully. That was pretty big.
So they got the ether, they got Mjolnir, and then they went back.
They
into the present.
skedaddled. And then let's talk about, before we talk about New York, we just talk about the other scenes. Nebula and War Machine went to go get the Power Stone from the movie Guardians whenever Quill went to go get it, and they literally easily beat him.
They just knocked him out with
Punched
like
the
one
shit out of
hit.
him. Thanos was also looking for that stone, and they found it, and they saw something glitched in her system, I guess.
Yeah,
And-
some psychic link. There was a word for it. It's called quantum entanglement. This is what they called it. Like they started, like the nebula from our time and the nebula from the past started like linking together, and they could see like what each other was seeing.
Yeah, Thanos was seeing like her conversation with War Machine, and so that was pretty big. It was that was the kind of the boring part of the movie. to me.
That was the biggest, because then
Oh, that set up everything, definitely.
yeah, Nebula was showing Thanos exactly what happened, like the whole, like
He found out that he won,
yeah, he found out everything.
and then he was like, destiny fulfilled when he found out he died.
Right.
And
That
so-
was crazy. Destiny fulfilled. Like, what kind of crazy do you have to be?
He's pretty insane. And then other one was Black Widow and Ronan.
Mm-hmm. They had to go to.
They went to Vormir, and they had no clue they had to sacrifice. They
Yeah.
had to think about it at the top of the mountain after Red Skull told them. Hawkeye literally darted for the cliff, and Black Widow caught him. They're hanging from the side of the cliff, and she said, "Let go," and he lets go. She died.
In the scene, next scene.
Yeah, Black Widow died. He got the Soul Stone. Congrats.
Cool.
The cool scene, New York.
Basically.
They get there. Time travel was when they're in a circle and they're looking up. You know, the iconic scene.
Yeah.
And then it like takes you to another part, and so they had their own little missions. Hulk had to go get the Time Stone. Iron
From
Man,
the ancient one.
the ancient one,
That's her name.
he had to go get the Time Stone. Let's talk about that first.
I don't know why they send the Hulk to talk to the ancient one, but I mean.
Well, because like you
Kinda.
can't really miss because like they're easier to
Oh yeah, they
To
need
hide.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Hulk. They'd be like, "Hey, there's two Hulks. What the fuck?"
Yeah. I guess yeah.
And so he went to go get the Time Stone, and this shows like a whole nother story during the 2014 attack. Like, the dude was fighting the people in the sky, like, with magic. Like, we didn't know
Yeah,
that
the ancient
happened.
one, yeah.
We didn't know that ever happened. So they were talking, and like, he kind of demanded the stone. Kinda didn't
Basically,
ask him.
he
He
was
was
like,
like,
"Yeah, I'm gonna need that off you."
Yeah, and she was like, no, and she punched the living shit out of him, and the soul came out.
Yeah, she did the thing she did to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because she knows like Strange is better than her.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what really scared her. Like he gave it up and he's better than me. Like
Exactly.
take it.
Yeah, that's what kind of got her to think like, okay.
But we found out something really important. That if you didn't put the stones back at the exact time that you took them from, it was going to mess up the
chaos.
timeline.
Chaos.
Right.
And Captain America was one of the winners. He got the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh shit, we're going to do the Tesseract now.
So now Tony and
Captain America
have this idea to go farther into the past.
Tony had the idea.
Well, Tony had the idea to go back into the past. Back to when like his father...
Howard Stark and... what's Ant-Man's son?
I was trying to think of it. The old Ant-Man were like in their 20s.
Yeah.
So
doing all the research.
Because the Tesseract was in like this facility that they were like... It was like on a base that they had to go into to get it.
Because this was after World War II and Captain America's little storyline.
So
Howard Stark picked it up then. Yeah. We saw a little snippet of Peggy with Captain America. That shit hit me hard.
That was really important because Cap saw her... Cap saw like Peggy when she was young.
Yeah, and he was about to cry basically.
Literally.
And so they left that place with the with the stones and more pin particles because they needed more. All right, so they get that done, and
they get back to the facility. And this is where shit gets wild.
This is when shit gets chaotic. And so then, fake Nebula let Thanos' ship in. Somehow they didn't hear that.
Somehow they just, I don't know. Oh no, they didn't hear it because at the moment...
It was all locked up.
No, not even that. At the moment they were putting the Infinity Stones into a gauntlet that Tony Stark made.
Oh yeah. And so they were getting the gauntlet done and they were like, who's going to wear it? Who's going to wear it? And Thor was like, I'll wear it. And he was like, you're not in the shape for this. He said, but you know what's rushing through my blood? Lightning.
Right. I was like, my dude, no.
And then War Machine was like, lightning is not going to save you.
Right.
And so then Hulk was like, I'm the only one who can do it. I'm Gamma. And that's some Gamma energy. And he's probably the biggest one to even take the snap. Mm-hmm. So he snaps.
And everybody comes back, but we don't know it yet.
His arm is decimated.
It's gone.
And so we know they came back because Hawkeye got a phone call from his wife.
Right.
And then 5 seconds after that, Ant-Man's out a window. Doosh!
Like, no, and because of Nebula let Thanos into the present, like he brought his whole ship somehow.
It went straight through it.
It went straight through the roof. So they don't hear this because the snap just happened. And all of this is happening at the same time. So it just sounded like one big boom. So all we hear, like he's at the window and then we see a bunch of missiles coming down. And literally
kills the whole facility. Like, the whole facility is gone.
Like it just literally wiped it out like boom, 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 one after another. And I'm thinking everybody's dead. Yeah, like somebody had to die. I don't know how Ant-Man survived it. He was right where Ant-Man Rocket. I thought Rocket was gone.
No, Ant-Man was at the window where the missile straight on hit.
Yeah, I don't know how he got a suit on and did whatever he did, but yeah, I thought he was gone.
And so, got this little time where it's like super chaotic. Like Hulk's holding down basically a whole floor with one arm because, you know, his other arm is completely fried.
I didn't even think about it. I didn't even see that. I thought it was both arms.
Oh, yeah, his whole arm was fried.
His arm was messed up.
He's holding it with one arm while he's trying to save, who was it, Rocket and War Machine.
Rhodey, yeah.
And War Machine couldn't do anything about it because he's paralyzed.
Yeah, and he wasn't in a suit.
Right. Because he was like canopy, because he had to get out of it.
Yeah.
And so they're drowning. And then Ant-Man came to save the day by becoming miniature. And then that's all we saw. Right. He launched off like a pencil or something. That was all we saw. And we come to Captain America, Thor.
Oh, you too fast. We went to
Hawkeye. He had a little battle with some Chitaurians.
Yeah, because he found the glove and they were trying to get to the glove.
Yeah.
So he was running away from them. He got away. He sees Nebula and he's like, "Hey, I know you." And gives her the glove.
And she goes,
"But
Father."
It's past Nebula.
She goes, "Father, I got the stones." Right. And he was like, "What?"
He was like, "Hold on, huh?"
And she was about to kill him. And then Gamora and new Nebula became friends again because she told him what happened. And so Gamora shoots Nebula.
Right. No, Nebula shoot Nebula.
No, it was definitely Gamora.
It was Nebula.
Shit.
Because old Nebula was pointing the gun at Gamora.
Oh yeah.
And then Gamora put her gun down, and then she was about to shoot, and Nebula was like, "Nope, boop."
Yeah.
So she kills old Nebula, and it took me a minute to realize it, but it was like they went and put the stones back, so everything happened how it was supposed to anyway. So she didn't die.
Yeah. And so now we come to the cool part.
Right.
Well, at the time as soon as they got there, Thanos told old Nebula, she was like, "What are you gonna do while I'm getting your stones?" He said, "Wait." He's gonna sit down. He sit his ass down and wait.
He said, "I'm gonna wait," and just sat like.
He literally just sat there like this with a sword right next to him.
He was looking like a beast,
he was chilling.
And this is past Thanos, by the way. I don't know if we made that clear.
Oh yeah. And so we have a little scene with Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man, and Iron Man goes, "What has he been doing this whole time?" He's been sitting there.
And Thor was just like, he was standing up, just staring down at him. He wasn't moving. He wasn't saying anything. He was just staring at Thanos.
And so this is when they attack. And the coolest part, Thor like turned on lightning. His beard got braided. His hair got braided. His costume came on. And he did this. And both the axe and hammer came to him. He was like, "Let's get it." So I thought
he
looked like
crazy.
God.
I thought it was over.
If that was skinny Thor, he would look like a freaking
Bro, if that was
monster.
skinny Thor, he wouldn't have had a chance, bro.
And so they go there and they literally got their asses kicked.
Yeah, they got beat like fucked up.
3 versus 1 with no Infinity Gauntlets. Thanos still won.
So what happened? Was it the hammer? I think Thor threw the hammer, and then Thanos picks up Iron Man.
And it nailed Iron Man.
So he's knocked out. And then
Thor got his butt kicked.
Thor got beat the fuck up. And then
Captain America was the last hope, and he's not going. His hand-to-hand combat versus Thanos is just not gonna work.
Exactly, he was barely doing anything when all three of them were together.
Yeah, so Thor was about to die because he had the axe going into him. He kept pushing it down.
Yeah, he was pushing it down.
And then the movie focuses on the hammer. Right, it starts moving.
We don't see who's moving the hammer.
We don't see who's moving. It's just focused right on the hammer, zoomed in and everything. This is when everyone freaked out. The hammer flies.
It hits Thanos.
It hits Thanos.
Goes past him. And then we see it stop midair and then it starts to come back.
And guess who got it? Captain America.
Like a badass, bro.
And he started twirling it.
Yeah, he was twirling it, fucking throwing it.
And then he did one combo. He threw his shield and then the hammer.
Yeah, that was beautiful, bro. And he started controlling the lightning. I don't see how.
Yeah, I'm confused about that as well, but that's for a different video.
Yeah.
This is just a review.
Yeah.
So he started beating Thanos' ass. It gave time for everyone to come back. And then he somehow lost the hammer.
Right.
And he started using the shield. His shield got broken in half.
Thanos was like chipping at that shit like
with his
one
sword
swing after another and just fucking it up.
Yeah, so his whole shield is basically gone.
He got half a shield, like right here, like you couldn't see. There was nothing but shield under it.
And then one of the coolest part was, it was really just Captain America. Iron Man's kind of knocked out from the hammer. Thor's like knocked out.
Yeah,
and it's just Captain America. And then Thanos' army comes in. He's like, "I'm gonna wipe your planet to this last atom. This is gonna be like, I'm gonna enjoy this killing." So like Captain America's like, "Oh shit!" He sees his whole army versus him. He straps up that shield.
My favorite part of the movie where he saw the whole army in front of him and he looked down at his shield and he grabbed it and he was like, "Let's go.
We're about to go to town.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it."
And then
we hear on your left.
On your left, and that's obviously a reference from Winter Soldier when Captain America would pass Sam and the running. So like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was. As soon as I heard that, I was like, yo.
And then Black Panther comes back.
Yeah, we see the sling ring thing from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And we see Black Panther, and we see
everyone.
Yeah, we just see everybody walking.
Everybody who died. And like it showed every single person. Like Black Panther had a little time. Then the Guardians had a little moment.
Right.
And they all coming back from where they died. That's what's interesting to me.
Yeah.
The Guardians were on Titan. Spider-Man came in, and I flipped my shit when he came in.
Yeah, everybody was going to. Everybody was clapping and and shit in the song.
So that was a pretty awesome part.
Yeah.
And then that really gave Iron Man the energy to go again when he saw Tom Holland come in, because he was like, "Yeah, Doctor Strange." He was like, "They need us. It's been 5 years," and he did a little sparkly thing.
Yeah, that was funny. And then he gave him a hug and stuff. So he was like, "All right, yeah, I'm cool now. We're good."
And then they got into battle.
And then we see Pepper come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
In the rescue suit.
Yeah, and then we found out Ant-Man saved them. As big Ant-Man. Which is dangerous.
Giant Man, I think it's called.
Yeah, he's not supposed to do that, and he
he
did.
could kill himself doing that stuff.
And so...
And then we see literally everybody you can think of. Like, we had the what are they called? The magicians?
I
the
call
wizards.
Them wizards. I call them wizards after Tony Stark said wizards.
Alright, so the big wizards had a whole army of wizards.
Wizards.
And we see the Wakandan army come out with
Mbappe!
Mbappe! Yeah, I was waiting on Wakanda forever.
I was too, but now the two armies are lined up together, like it's like a Revolutionary War type of fight.
It's a standoff type thing.
And then
And
Captain America goes, Avengers. He pauses. Assemble. And all hell breaks loose from there.
Everything just goes crazy.
All hell broke loose just then.
That shit was fucking awesome.
The greatest fight scene of all time.
Has to be.
And so, God, I can't really talk about specifically what happened.
It was
there.
a lot of stuff that was going on. Like,
the coolest part was like the beginning. Those little things in the first Avengers movie came out, and that Ant-Man punched the shit out of them.
Yeah, the what were they called? I don't know. The big space worms.
Yeah, the space worms. And so Hawkeye was like, Cap, what am I supposed to do with this glove? And Black Panther said, give it to me.
He was like, give it to me. I was like,
and he does like this power punch, purple shit comes out.
Yeah, the energy, whatever it is.
Yeah, and then I forgot the Squidward's name.
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
He started doing this little twirly thing with Black Panther in the glove, and then he's like, "Kid, take this!" And Spider-Man comes in and takes it. So Spider-Man had the glove for a long time.
Yeah, Spider-Man was booking. He was and then he grabbing on the people.
He goes activate kill mode, and these little
that was cool.
Little
spikes. I don't know.
Legs. His little spider legs came out and started beating the shit out of everything. And so that was pretty cool. And then he started getting too many came in, and Captain America was like, "Kid, catch!" He threw the hammer. And Spider-Man just grabbed on for the ride.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a cool part.
It was just a bunch of stuff. Like, that was my favorite thing about the movie. Like, anything else, they took a bunch of stuff that we didn't ever think would happen, like Thor being fat and Cap having the hammer. And
that's true.
Yeah, and Spider-Man riding Mjolnir. There was a bunch of stuff we never would have thought would have happened in a movie. Yeah. And they put it in. I just thought that was like really cool. Yeah. I never see that stuff.
Oh, it's Professor Hulk.
Yeah, Professor. I had no idea he was gonna be in this movie. Yeah. Even though it was predicted, like everybody was saying it, but I was like, nah, they're not gonna do that.
Yeah. So yeah, that was very cool, obviously. And you know, there was Valkyrie in there with Pegasus. Yeah. Cool little part.
There's anybody in the MCU you can think of. Wong was there. Chilling. Yeah.
Everybody that you could ever think of. And so Scarlet Witch came in, and she's really beating Thanos. She's ripping his armor off. She became comic book Scarlet Witch at that point. Yeah,
exactly. That's how she's supposed to be.
She became comic book Scarlet Witch. And so Thanos like, oh shit, I'm about to lose. He goes, rain fire.
Yeah, was it Ebony Maw?
No, that wasn't him though. It was another soldier. I remember seeing from last night. It wasn't Ebony Maw.
Was it?
It was the guy who killed Vision, who stabbed the thing through Vision.
Okay, yeah.
He was like, sir, that's gonna kill all of our troops.
He was like, I don't care.
He said, fuck it.
Rain fire.
Fuck it, dude.
So we see a bunch of missiles coming from the ship just like killing everything.
Somehow none of the Marvel, like Avengers, died.
It's because, I don't know why.
The wizard dudes made the little things, but like
the shields in the sky.
No one else had those.
Right. But yeah, that happened.
So you're telling me one lucky one didn't hit Spider-Man?
Exactly. I mean, they're not gonna kill anybody, bro.
Duh, of course. But but you think that? And so then the missiles are shooting towards the sky. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the missiles, like, all the fire stops. The missiles, the guns turn to the sky.
And everybody's like, why?
And then somebody was like, something just entered the atmosphere. And then we see a bunch of flames and stuff.
I didn't think it was going to be her.
No, bro, I knew it as soon as they started shooting.
I didn't think of it.
I was like, she's back.
Because she hasn't been in the movie for the whole time since the beginning.
In the beginning of the movie, she said that...
she had other planets that are going through what Earth was going through, so she had to go help.
And she wasn't going to be there. So when she came back, it was like, okay, yeah, it's over now. So she comes back, goes straight through the ship, like really 3 times, and then it goes down. Thanos is like, oh my god.
What the fuck? And so she starts having a fight scene with Thanos.
Right, she starts fighting Thanos, goes straight for his head.
No. He took the glove from someone. I can't remember who, though. Because he almost snapped. And that's what started the fight. Because, like, his fingers are probably, like, that close together. And she grabbed his hand. And, and connected like that. And the coolest scene, dude. He tried to headbutt her, and she took it like a
she was looking like, dude, what?
What the fuck did you do?
Like, do you know who I am, dog?
But then Thanos pulls off a smart move.
Right, he
grabs the Power Stone into his hand and boom.
Yeah, she saw it. Like, she's like, oh, shit. And he was like, goof. Equality.
Oh, there was that one woman scene that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So, like,
You gotta talk about that.
They get the glove back.
All the powerful women came in.
Yeah, everybody up to... And Spider-Man was in there because, you know, he's Spider-Man.
I remember how he got the glove now. It was after the woman scene. Captain Marvel was going to the quantum realm trying to get inside. Oh, yeah, and then he threw the sword and made everything explode.
So it falls on the ground.
So, yeah.
Everything exploded and he picked it up.
So, let's...
And then
my bad, I forgot about something. Doctor Strange came in. He was like... to Iron Man, he was like, out of all the 14 million chances, is this the one? He goes, if I told you, it wouldn't happen. Right. And then also there was like a flood happening, and he was holding down the water, and he like, when he was holding it, he looked at Tony and did one. And this was right before the Captain Marvel fight scene. They started fighting. He almost snapped. She got her ass kicked from the Power Stone. I'm not even saying it's by Thanos. It's by the Power Stone.
It's by the Power Stone, dog. He stood no chance.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he... No, never mind. My bad.
And so, Thor also came in with both the hammers, tried to push it towards him, still couldn't do anything because he had the stones at this moment. And then Captain America also came in, was holding it towards him, trying to kill him. That didn't work. They all got like pushed off, and then Iron Man comes in. He was like, I'm the last hope, basically. Like, obviously he's not going to win hand-to-hand combat. Right. So he pulls off a smart move.
And somehow, I don't even understand how
I think it was a magnet.
Maybe, but how do you create like an Infinity Stone magnet?
Well, you see, like whenever you put a glove on, you can put like right there, and it like sucks it in.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But I don't know how you transfer it like that.
Yeah,
so Iron Man is in a fight. He gets pushed off. We're like, oh my god, he's just lost. And Thanos snaps. Nothing happens. We're like, what? What the hell? And so it shoots. Oh shit! It shoots the Iron Man. He has his hand like this, all 6 stones.
And you see it, like, as soon as all the stones, like, get on his hand,
it
like,
goes through him.
Yeah, it starts eating at his arm and his suit on this side of his body.
He looks like, and he took it like a champ. He took all the energy like a champ.
Yeah, because, you know, when Hulk snapped, he couldn't even, like, hold
it. Took him a minute. It took him a minute.
Yeah, he had to brace for it.
But I think it was because the suit really helped him. The suit absorbed most of that energy.
Probably, I didn't think
and so when he was like, Tony Stark never really called himself Iron Man. He called himself in the first one when he came out to the press, and this movie he goes and it took him like a minute to get it out.
Oh no, he said it at the end of the third when he got the thing removed from his chest. He was like, I am Iron Man, but he only does it on like occasions, so
big occasions.
Yeah,
and so yeah, he was like, I am Iron Man. He snaps.
So his whole army starts disappearing. The Thanos' army. Thanos is watching it go away. He just sits down. And the camera comes center frame, and you just see him like this.
And so he starts disappearing.
Yeah, so Thanos disappears. So everybody's like, yeah, we won. Woo, hey. And then we see Tony Stark over there fucked up.
And, oh, God, dude, the one scene that killed me. Spider-Man came up to him.
Not even before that.
War Machine.
War Machine came over there, and he was like, dang, bro.
He knew it was over.
Yeah, he was like, shit.
And then Tom Holland, Peter Parker, he came up to him. I thought it was like kind of a switch role type of thing that happened.
Yeah.
Like in Infinity War, Tony Stark was like, no.
Right.
And so he was like, Mr. Stark. And then like he was like, Tony? And
he could barely talk. Like he
wasn't talking.
No, he said like 2 words to Pepper, and that was it.
Yeah, he probably said 2 words. Because like, I looked at his ear during this moment. His ear wasn't there.
Fucked up, bro.
And so Pepper Potts cried. He gave her a little kiss. She gave him a kiss. And he died there.
And she was like, it's okay, we'll be okay, you can rest now. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Tony Stark finally dies. I cried.
Right. Everybody cried.
And then they have a scene for a funeral.
They have his whole funeral, everybody's there. Even the kid from Iron Man
3 that got out of the PTSD moment and help him create the suit. And it was really sad. Mm-hmm. Everybody was there. Nick Fury shows up like his only 5 seconds in the movie.
Right.
And so they do that, and then they show everybody reuniting with each other and all that. Thor is now in the Guardians. Mm-hmm. Gamora's still not there.
So the next movie's probably going to be them
searching for Gamora.
Yeah.
And then they go to this scene, and they're talking about it's Hulk, Bucky, Sam, and Captain America. And they're like, you gotta return these, Captain.
Return stones.
At the exact same place.
So,
and he's like, okay, I will.
And Mjolnir. So he goes back, and he's saying, Hulk says that he'll be back in like 5 seconds. To
But for him, it take as long as he needs.
Right.
And so he goes, all right, entering the quantum realm in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He goes, and he said, and literally right after he goes, he is returning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He doesn't return. So we're like, what?
So everybody's like, and what I noticed was Bucky was talking to Cap before he left. And he was like, he said something that just made me feel like he knew he wasn't coming back.
I think Bucky knew all along.
I do too. I feel like they definitely talked about it. That's another reason why what happens next happened. So we see an older guy sitting on the bench somewhere on the side. So Bucky and Sam walk over toward the bench, and Bucky's like, go ahead. He gives him a little nod. And then Sam goes over and talks to the guy, and it ends up being old-ass Captain America.
Old Steve Rogers.
So,
and he has a wedding band on now.
Right. So Sam asked him about it, and he was like, "No, I'm not gonna tell you, dog."
About the girl.
That's secret.
Whatever her name was, I forgot.
Peggy.
I gotta say Pepper. So yeah, it was about Peggy.
Not.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
It's
who's the real daddy? Anyway.
What? And so yeah, that happened. Very depressing.
So, Captain America has his shield, and he looks up at Sam, and he's like, "Hey, that reminds me of something."
Because Sam was like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do without a world without Captain America."
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, that reminds me."
Yeah, old ass.
And he gives him the shield. He's like, "Take it."
He's like, "Try it on."
And he was like, "How does it feel?" And he's like, "It's like it's someone else's."
Right.
And so he's like, "It isn't." I was like, "Ah."
Sam looks back at Bucky, and Bucky was like, and I was like, "Yeah, he knew."
Yeah, he definitely knew.
So now Sam is the new Captain America, which is gonna be interesting. He's another black superhero.
Yeah.
The main one.
Yeah.
So he got to do a good job, or he's fucked.
Yeah, and so then there was also, they had little scenes where everybody was meeting up with each other, like Spider-Man and his best friend. Oh, we forgot to tell you this in the funeral. It was the saddest moment. Spider-Man's agent, I guess, with Morgan, Tony Stark's little daughter. He's like, "You want a cheeseburger? Like, what do you want to eat?" She goes, "Cheeseburgers." And
bro, when I tell you, I literally cried, bro. Like,
that was so sad.
That was like the third time I cried in that movie. Like, cause I remember as soon as she said a cheeseburger, I was like, "Oh my god, he likes cheeseburgers." Cause he was eating a cheeseburger at the press conference when he first told people about Iron Man.
So sad.
I was like, "Dang, dog."
Yeah, and frick.
That's basically it, man.
That's basically it. Oh no! Obviously, another great scene. It ends off. The whole movie ends off with Captain America finally getting his dance with Peggy. Yeah. Because in the first Captain America, he was like right before he dropped. I was like, "Can I get a rain check on this on that dance?" And he died. Well, died. And so, he finally got his dance, and it ended like that. It was a really good ending.
So overall review on the movie, man, that shit is
10 out of 10.
I don't even think, honestly, I don't even think that it was better than Avengers Infinity War, but I feel like that's a movie, like if you live now in this day, you have to see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, that's an experience of a lifetime. Like,
Infinity War was definitely the better movie. Because, like, fight scene-wise.
Yeah.
Because, like, you had two big fight scenes, the one on Titan and the one in Wakanda.
But it was just a lot of stuff happened in this movie. Like, it just had to happen. It was a lot of
it was a good ending.
Right.
Good ending to a, like, what, 22 movies? 24?
Yeah, 22.
And
it was inevitable. Bitch.
Fuck him. See this man right there? Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Hopefully I'm pointing right at him. Yeah, so, it really had me in a mix of emotions. Like, I screamed a couple times and I cried.
Right. If you, like, even if you watch a spoiler review, bro, if you're on the fences about watching this movie, you need to go see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something you gotta...
Just spend the $12.
Right.
Just spend it. Like, it doesn't even feel like 3 hours, I promise you. If you really get in focused with it, like, after the main 30 minutes, it becomes really fast.
Yeah, after the first, like, 45 minutes.
As soon as they start time traveling, this goes really fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you guys for watching.
Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and there's going to be more videos coming. Peace out.